All right. So I'd like to mention, everyone, we've had excellent views from our 70 and over crowd.
So we decided to make a body weight video for this special group of viewers.
That's right, because I know a lot of people in that age group are going to benefit from these exercises. No equipment needed. And we're going to actually go back in time with Bob and I showing some really good 3 exercises, as a matter of fact. Mike?
But we want to add 2 more exercises to make it 5 that you can do each day. But we need to go back in time first. So should we start spinning around in circles and get sick and throw up on ourselves?
Help me out, Mike, because we're going to go into the vortex to get into the loop.
I'm staying here, so spin around.
Here we go, back in time. 1 year, 2 year. Whoa!
Bob and Brad, the 2 most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Now we're going to work posture squats. So we're going to work squats, but we definitely think about shoulders back. You got your shoulders back, Bob?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I was
Chest
gonna
out.
Get ready for mine.
Oh, okay. That's right. Now, if you're a beginner, use a chair. It really gives you good posture with your legs and back and everything back here. And if you need to push off here, we're going to shoot for 10 to start out with. If that's too easy, cross here.
Or you can push off the arms if you have trouble too.
Yep,
I mean,
exactly.
Either option.
Work your levels so you can get 10 of them. And by the 10th one, it should be, you feel those quads burning. The next one is here. And if you go up higher, it really works good posture.
Yeah, if you get in some posture and it's a little more difficult and really are good to do squats.
Right.
I mean, good overall lower body
That's
strengthening.
right. If these are too easy, we're going to jump to posture squats in a freestanding position.
So we like these because they train your back and neck and head to be all in the correct posture.
Switch hands.
Switch.
Yeah. I noticed I was doing it wrong.
I'll never do that right.
That's all right.
Okay, can you see?
So the reason he has the red Booyah stick here is it forces you to be in excellent posture as long as the stick is touching here, and touching your head.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you got to continue with this forever.
No.
Once you now I can kind of visualize it, and I can do squats this way.
Right. And you go down whatever you can tolerate.
Right.
Ideally, if you can get down this low, you can. But if you can't, you don't want to tip over.
Right. Exactly.
You can always use a chair. You can do 10 of those if you want to go up to 20. If you're, if you're at that level, great. Exercise number 2, push-ups.
Push-ups. So I start for the beginner, Brad.
The beginner push-ups.
A lot of people are not going to be able to do push-ups to start off.
Right.
So you can use like a cupboard, a countertop, or a wall.
Yep.
I'm going to use this mat right now, but you can lean against it like this, and it's going to be a little bit easier than a full push-up from the floor.
Right. Now,
keep your back nice and straight. Keep your head straight. Don't bring it up like this, down like this. Just all in alignment.
That's right. Great. And, if you can do 10, 15 of those pretty darn easy, you may be ready to go down to the floor, do your typical GI push-up. One thing I've found as I get older with push-ups, if I do a typical push-up with my wrists like this, man, my wrists hurt. Yeah. So what I do is, if you take out some dumbbells, or I actually have the
perfect push-up.
The perfect push-up, which allows rotation. But just like this works, it really puts your wrist in a neutral position.
Right.
We're here to strengthen our arms.
Not jamming the joint.
Yeah. So it makes it more comfortable. And again, we're going to go down and up and breathe, breathe and exhale.
It's got really good form.
Yeah. You really want to think about this is where it's good to have a mirror or somebody else to
really
watch you. So now this one is a good cardio.
Yes, it is.
It's not so much strength.
I can do it against here again, Brad.
Sure. So you can.
Again, for the starter.
We're doing mountain climbers, by the way.
No, you're basically. Am I keeping my back straight, Brad?
Yeah, your butt's up a little bit high. There you go. Bring your head up, Bob. There you go. Yeah, it's nice because you want to kind of look down and see where your legs are and to see if things are looking there. And you're going to do this for 20, 30 repetitions. If you want to go by time, you can. When you feel ready, get down on the floor. If you want to use your same dumbbells.
A lot more difficult on the floor. This is a tough exercise if you really get it rolling.
Yeah. It is, and you can go out to the side to help get your hips mobilized and make it a little more difficult. And of course, you can really speed it up and make it as difficult as you want, regardless of what condition you're in.
Well, we're back in the current time, and Brad just decided to morph into mountain climbers from the old video, I guess.
Oh, those are a great workout no matter what variety you want to do. But we do want to emphasize a couple of things. First of all, on the push-ups, you may not be ready for the cupboard push-ups or the push-ups down on the floor. You may be starting with wall push-ups. If you haven't done push-ups at all, this is a great place to start that we did not show with Bob and I. And there's one more thing. They did talk about using this booyah stick and going back like this for perfect posture while you work your squats. You do not need to do that if you don't have a stick or your arms are not flexible enough. Skip that, go right to the next exercise.
Now, exercise number 4, we want to add, you will need a chair or a seat of sorts, and you're going to actually work on some core strengthening. And your core is your abs, your hip flexors, a little bit of everything. It's not just the six-pack abs most people think about. So for beginners, you can use a chair with back support. It's going to be more challenging if you do not have back support like Brad is right now.
Right.
And to begin, all you're going to do is work on just lifting one leg up.
But wait, I want to emphasize good posture, shoulders back, sit up tall.
Make sure your core muscles are engaged and you can keep in this posture. If you're real weak, you might end up leaning back into the chair if your tummy muscles aren't quite strong enough. But you're just going to lift one leg up, bring it back down, and then switch on the other side. Brad has to use a lot more balance and a lot more core stability without the back support. I'm not leaning back, so I am as well. If I lean back, this will make it a little easier if you are weaker.
You could grab the armrest as well if you need some assistance.
So this is how you can begin. Just do 10 reps on each side, nice and slow. If you want to get a little more advanced, you can do both legs at the same time. So you can either sit like this, lift up, hold for 5 seconds, go back down. You really have to use these tummy muscles as well as your hip flexor muscles. So you're going to get some core exercising. Again, hold on if you need to, lean back if you have to, but otherwise try to keep a nice upright posture and hold. And if your chair is kind of short and you're longer legged, you can kind of kick out in front of you and then bring it in like this.
Oh, there you go. That's a good idea. Now, the double leg, as you could tell by the look on my face, is a lot harder than the single leg. So that transition is going to be challenging. So just to keep that in mind. But you'll get there. Don't worry. Keep doing them at least 5 days a week. We wanted to add one more, and this is a little more challenging. It's going to work similar muscles, but it's going to add some balance with it because we're doing it standing. Mike, what are you doing back there?
I'm looking for a ball.
Oh, okay. Hold on to the wall on a stick or between a wall and a chair like this, and we're simply going to do marching slowly. So it's not this, but it's up slow. Try to get the knee up as high as you can. If you can get it up so that your thigh is parallel to the floor, we call it a 90-degree hip flexion. That's the goal, but not needed. Do what works for you.
Now, if this seems easy and not like a challenge, to make it more core oriented, I would say, is actually push down and cause some resistance with your hand. So you're fighting, doing an isometric hold. You can hold this for 5 seconds or so and then relax. You're going to engage those hip flexors and those core muscles way more than just doing an isometric standing like this. If you're uncomfortable pushing down or lifting your leg that high, you can use a ball in there as well and push down and fight against it. And you're getting... this is more challenging than it looks.
It is. I'm going to say this is pretty advanced. So if your balance is challenged, make sure you go into the corner of the wall, and then you can use the wall for balance. You can do it much safer and do the isometric, and then simply move forward, keep an inch or two from the wall. There you go. But it's always there. This is a really good way to keep it safe.
Now, you can do these exercises 3 days a week, up to 5 days a week. We'll let you choose, what schedule you have, and you can actually be consistent with. Also, the rep count.
Of course they're going to choose it because they're not we can't tell them what to do. This is a free society. They're going to make up their own
Thank
choice.
you for that political rant anyway. What you could do is start with a lower amount of repetitions if you're new, maybe 5 reps, do 2 sets. You can work up to 10 to 15 reps if they seem easy and do 2 to 3 sets of each of them. They all work different muscle groups and areas, so it's good to try to do all 5 of them.
They could just try watching the video 10, 20 times and see if that gets better.
Well, that'll at least help with our ad revenue, so you could try that if you'd like. We wouldn't mind. But
What about the next video that's going to help them out as well?
most important exercises for seniors to master. That's on the squat, isn't it?
I can't remember, but it's there. You know, all they got to do is click on it, and that is another.
It's
nice
another
video.
good video if you're looking for just one exercise. Maybe this is too many, so just stick to that one then.
Be careful with these, and have a good day. Be careful again.
Bob and Brad, the 2 most famous physical therapists on the internet.